that maybe Kant made the fallacy of excluding middle EM, since he accepted Aristotle logic as still the pinnacle of logic, and it is a binary logic really. So that things were either this or that. Now we have multi-valued logic, so that things can be true, half true, or false, and so on. And we have fuzzy logic, that's by Zadeh, so that things need not be crisp, but can be fuzzy in nature, like a car being navy blue, light blue, dark blue, or almost black, and so on. I mean, you can do reasoning, even if you're talking about a car, and it's blue, when you're reasoning another car that's light blue, you can, after that day, you can still do reasoning, even though they're not exactly identical cars. They're both blue, but not exactly the right. So it is possible to add adjectives to the nouns or verbs used in reasoning, and there are ways of combining propositions which use, e.g., light blue car, and others which are referred to a dark blue car, assuming it is the same kind of car. So that maybe the unconditioned is different in both the major and the minor premise of the syllogism, and thus the syllogisms are invalid in both cases, but not because the noumenal object must be outside of time completely and the phenomenal object is in time, which is a brilliant solution by Kant. But a better solution is that both the concept of the unconditioned in the major and in the minor premise are in time. The key is that the point is that the choice is not whether time does exist in the world or does not exist in the world, a binary conception of time, but rather time exists in many types of or different senses in the world, and especially in the mind. Did Einstein also make this fallacy when he criticized Kant, or did he just mean that time can be studied? He did even say that time has many conceptions in a sense, since he gave the example of time spent with a nice girl going fast while time on a hot stove going slow. Well, that's degree. So free will is possible for Kant if the object is outside time. I don't think that Kant suggested that all that is necessary is that there be two kinds of concepts of time. Really, it contradicted Aristotle and Maimonides, since for them only things in time could have free will anyway, or undergo any kind of change. It is tempting to say that free will does exist, but then both sides of the antinomy may be true unless add another way of settling this problem. Is not the world and time the same in both sides? Question mark. But really, does Kant make the fallacy of using overgeneralization, OG, question mark? I mean, the question of the unconditioned being too vast. Maybe there are many types of unconditioned beyond the mind, or even conditioned in the world that exists in the series before reach the unconditioned which is beyond the world, i.e., not simple beyond our mind, not simple beyond our mind. Is that a confusion with the different series of universes beyond our mind as one universe? A fallacy of undergeneralization by Kant, UG. Not simply one world beyond our mind, but maybe he thought he could not distinguish such worlds anyway. So that maybe the side of the argument for determinism is for one kind of unconditioned, such as dead rocks which do not have free will or maybe cannot have free will, and the other side of the argument in the antinomy defending free will is for another kind of unconditioned, such as living things, or at least human beings or angels or gods. Indeed, unless the theory of evolution is wrong, though many doctors see it as a proven theory today, and it must be possible for things that are incapable of free choice to acquire the power of free choice if free choice exists today. Since for Charles Darwin we all began as a pile of separate molecules in a pool of water and gradually became organized into the incredible organisms that we are today by a process of natural selections and chance mutations. If our brain has billions or trillions of neurons and glial cells. So Aristotle would say that they must have potentiality in them or matter and thus not be pure forms. So they must be in time. Though Aristotle rejected the idea of chance in the world and accepted that animals are usually suited to their environment, but rejected the idea that one kind of being could change into another kind of being, essence, quiddity, or form. And this is easier to believe now after Blaise Pascal, George Boole, Charles Babbage, Eckhart and Markley, Alan Turing, and John von Neumann and others, since they help prove that useless dead things that did not possess rational thought, what Aristotle, Maimonides, and others saw as uniquely human or even as a godlike quality, and René Descartes argued no machine could ever do, yet we have computers that think. Although we succeed in building computers, obviously it works. We have reasoning beings. In fact, a while ago, a computer from IBM defeated the world champion in chess, Kasparov, which is a milestone. But somehow they thought that that Go, there's a Go, I don't know if I think that's a Japanese game. But I found out that last year, March 2016, a computer program defeated the world champion of Go. This is like it's about a year ago. They're saying this is for artificial intelligence. It's a big breakthrough because Go shows creativity and well, really, I think a computer can do anything, even though the basic instructions are just Boolean logic and arithmetic. If you add the right software, a computer can do anything. And they're getting more and more sophisticated. There's one person, I forget his name, says that the biggest threat right now, well, Hawking also I think said it, that the biggest threat we have right now is computers in the world, that they're becoming so smart that we can lose control to them. Well, we're creating a new species of intelligent machines. And a professor at the University of Toronto said that the software is getting so complicated, it's very hard for us to actually maintain it or predict what it's going to do. It's dangerous.